does that make you feel that I'm no longer going to be in the house?
You're going to be in the house. I just get my kitchen table back, and I don't have to deal with you trying to live stream while I'm trying to sleep, or talking to your little ham friends at 12:30 in the morning while I'm trying to sleep. It'll be nice and quiet. Maybe I can actually use my library like it's supposed to be without being told to be quiet because you're filming a video in the kitchen.
The building is finally done. I say that like it took forever. It didn't take forever. The guys did a really good job. There are just a few minor things that are left, but the building has been turned over to me. We're going to call it a prepped canvas, ready for us to move to this next phase, and that's actually to build this out. Now I've released a couple videos kind of talking about my vision and everything as we were going through the construction phases, and I will put a link to that playlist up there and down below. But I thought I'd go ahead and take this time to kind of walk you guys through everything here real quick. The finished product, not drywall with footprints on it and subfloor. So as you come into the studio building, man shack, ham cave, whatever you want to call it, here is our little bar area, kitchenette. So I didn't want a whole lot out here. You know, this kind of the secondary thought of this building was, you know, some kind of like a mother-in-law's quarters or something like that. I've got small microwave cabinets and such to accommodate my needs. You know, for me, it's really just going to be some place to have cold drinks and maybe a coffee pot. I do have a microwave out there, but I'm not that far from the house. But obviously, once again, thinking secondary uses or the next owner, what would they want to do with this place? And this would provide a nice little studio area. There is a full bath in there, and we'll walk in there in just a minute. So the main room is 12 by 12 here, which gives me more than enough area to make my own mess, as my wife likes to tell me. But just a simple kind of perspective here, swing around the room. This obviously was where I'm going to put my desk. It's got a standing desk. It'll do its thing. I'm either going to put the cabinet in here, and a lot of it will depend on how it looks. I've got a 4-foot wide cabinet to 5 feet tall. So it'll come just underneath that window at the top, and it's 2 feet deep. So I may put it here, but I've got a second bench, and it's on casters, so I can move it around. So I might actually just put it there underneath that window. And here's our rack where it's going to be a TV. I have an 8-foot bench that's going to go in back here. So I've got outlets down below, outlets above, and yes, Tim, two 240 volt circuits there for amplifiers. And then I've got some more room over here. And this is the other window. I'll probably go ahead and just put I'll put the cabinet over here on this side. And I think I want to obviously have that, give me some room to put some crap away. We've got the mini split up there. It has cooled this place down considerably quickly. It's on a, well, I'll go a little bit more in depth here in just a second, but it's something that I can control remotely, so I don't have to be here, and I can set routines. But we got our door going outside and power. I wish I had taken some pictures of this before we closed it up. They did a fabulous job. And one of the things, and I think you guys, if you've seen my Twitter or my X, how much complaining I do about every time I do something electrical in the house, and how the contractors who built it they just did some janky shit. And so I was all over them out here, making sure that everything looked good, and they did a great job. Not only well labeled here, but also everything coming into the box is labeled to where it goes. Down at the outlets, behind the outlet itself, the cable coming into there, the bit of the insulation that was left is also labeled to where it goes back in the box, which I think is phenomenal. Coming into the bathroom here, decent sized vanity and toilet, and we have a walk-in shower. I haven't gotten a curtain yet for it, but once again, thinking about this, something other than man cave, ham shack, get out of my wife's hair kind of place, YouTube studio. There's something here for people to use. It wasn't just a limited, use kind of thing. And that's what I really wanted to do out here. If we were going to invest this kind of money, I wanted it to be an investment in the house, not just building, some kind of a shack or something out there. Now, the pride and joy of this whole thing is that little guy right there. And that is, and I'm sure you've seen it before, that is a Bluetooth speaker. I have a Bluetooth speaker in the poop fan. And I'm not sure about what I'm going to do about that. I've never had a Bluetooth speaker in my poop fan. So, all right. So we'll go outside here in just a second to see the other side of this guy here. All right, so this is the outside of the box. It is a finished metal box. They have several different finishes that you can get. Mine's kind of like a hammered gunmetal, which I think is kind of cool. They've got a couple different latch options. I just went ahead and opted for the fitting with the thing where I could put a padlock on there. I'm not sure if anybody's going to mess with it out here, so I'm not too concerned, but you never know, the kids and stuff like that. So this is the box itself. I've got room here for, 8 cables to go through and the grounding cable. He's got a couple different options, and actually, before I forget, KF7P is the company. I'll put a link to this down below. This might be a little expensive, but I think it's worth it. It definitely is a step up above. There's probably some other ones that you could buy out there, but I'm investing in this building. Once again, I've said it like 3 times. So not that I was going to go hog wild on buying things, but I do want to make sure that there's quality stuff in here. Anything that's staying with the building. Once again, my wife and I might be here for another 20 years. We might be here for another 3 years. I don't know. But, thinking about what that investment is down the road and going that way. So I've got room for 8 coax cables to go through. He's got some options for wire grommets that you can put in there. I opted to go with the cable glands, and those are probably a little bit more work from that standpoint. I'm cutting all my own cables and terminating them, so running a raw cable through or a cable without an end on it through the cable gland doesn't bother me, and I'll trim up the excess and do that. Now here on the back is there is a copper plate. The standoffs that are in here will sit in here, and then on top of that copper plate, I will bring my cables in or cables out, I guess, from the inside into here, and they will terminate on lightning arresters that are here on this copper ground plane plate. The shack grounding will come through and mount to that plate, and then that will go down and into the ground into a copper grounding rod to provide me the grounding that I need. This has a weather seal around it, so it will close up. I think I mentioned inside I'm going to probably put some kind of wool or something in here to kind of help insulate that hole. With all of this being sealed, I don't really anticipate like a wind blowing through or whatever, but I do want to kind of help insulate that a little bit and keep from having a draft in there. Also, I've got RG6 here that I'm going to bring up and bring through there too. So I've extended the coax over from the house to bring the internet. I'm going to actually terminate my cable modem here in the building. So that is the new Ham Shack, YouTube studio, ham shed, man cave, Cato cabin, whatever you want to call it. I still haven't come up with an actual permanent name for it yet. So if you have a suggestion, please put that down in the comments below. Please don't forget also 3,000 subscriber giveaway. I will put a link up here to the video. It shows you how to get entered. We are not that far away. So as soon as we hit 300, wow. As soon as we hit 300,000 subscribers, though. As soon as we hit 3,000 subscribers, we will go ahead and do the drawing. So make sure you get entered in for that. No purchase necessary. So if you'd like to help support the channel, I have a join button down there. Please join the channel, become a member. I also have merch available now. There will be links to the merch store down below. And then if you also go to the YouTube channel itself, there will be the store tab on the main page there. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Share this video with your friends. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel. Until we have an opportunity to meet on the air, I have a video right over here that you might be interested in.